gold.
Nonsense.
The Golden God!
And he dragged you two into this nonsense?
I volunteered.
And her gold is not in her. She's a diamond under her. Wanna lay you down. I'll try.
This is another edition of the world's greatest podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Reifenberger. This is my co-host,
John Andrew Miller.
And this is Golden Nonsense.
Golden Nonsense.
On this week, we got another very special guest, an entrepreneur.
Yes.
A
known
venue owner.
A known person in the streets of Memphis.
Guys, it's Rob Coletta.
Give it up for Rob Coletta, y'all.
Hello!
Hey, yo.
Thank y'all. That was a very impressive intro.
There you go,
the whole
bro.
Thing was
and then look, joining us over here behind the board is our boy Dave. You know what I'm saying?
As always.
Yeah.
Mr. David Scholl,
producer extraordinaire.
I wouldn't go that far.
A little ugly, a little retarded, but we love him.
He's learning
anyway.
quick, and that's all you want.
Look, dude. Okay, so Rob, I know you texted me before you got here. I was busy setting up and shit, but the name of the podcast is called Golden Nonsense.
I know, me and my daughter over here.
No, it's called Olde Onesie.
That's exactly what we thought it might say.
Yeah, we just started a new podcast. It's called The Old Onesie.
He was in the way of the end, so we were back there trying to decipher what this was actually called.
Yes,
Golden Nonsense.
Golden Nonsense.
We were less excited when we learned that it made sense.
Yeah, Oldie Onesie. Ye old onesie.
Ye old onesie.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad time.
Hey, look, what is that? Would that be like a freaky pub? Like
yeah.
I mean, I would be into it. I would definitely
They
inquire.
have a good burger and like
elderly swingers.
Oh, dude, a really old, long-titted barmaid.
Well, if they got street hockey, I'll be in.
And there's a bunch of furries that hang out there too.
Dude, I don't think they had
That's
furries.
part of the squad.
I don't think they had furries back in ye old onesie days.
No, but they had dragons, and the furries are all dressed up as dragons.
Lame, bro.
No, I'm still into it.
That's one of the coolest furries you could be.
Rob, you mentioned hockey. You said field hockey. You play that?
No, I never have. He was telling me he plays on a baseball team.
Yeah.
And I was telling him that I've never participated in anything like that because I'm terrible at sports.
Bro,
I've never been invited to anything like that. But street hockey looks fun.
You were just telling me that you and your family don't play video games, so I assume you're a sports family. But that's not true either.
That is definitely not true at all.
Okay,
no.
so how do you?
My son, my daughter and I, we both do not play video games. My son is the only person in the house that plays video games regularly.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is a young boy activity.
And we are also not a sports family as well.
Damn, so what y'all be doing, bro? Eating, like you cook
Fighting.
a lot? Fighting,
throwing shit at each other.
We're a fighting family.
No, not really.
Dude, look, let me ask you this, bro. So I've known you for a minute, right?
Yes.
There's like a couple of like vans around town with your last name on it. Are you associated with those?
That is our family.
That's your
That's
family.
the restaurant.
Coletta's restaurant, Italian
funny.
restaurant. That is our family.
And the AC people.
The AC people is the same family. Yes.
Oh, word.
So we're not very well connected to that side of our family.
Word.
But I know a little bit about them. I know some of them. I know that the guys that own the AC company, they have an elevator in their house. I've always heard that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not this your cousin, your uncle. You don't know him at all, or
I believe it is one of my uncles, or maybe like.
Dude,
is there such thing as a step uncle or something?
Step uncle, I think that's a thing. Yeah,
but something like that, like a sub uncle of some sort.
But he has your last name.
It is the same family, same family.
That's crazy,
line.
dude. I'm not saying that this is a pandemic of white America. It just might be a pandemic of America. You know what I'm saying? Where you could be estranged from your family in the same zip code.
That's a good point.
You know
That's definitely the case.
that
secret
seems kind of
families.
crazy. I there's not a lot of Reifenbergers out there. I know a lot of them, and I
there
certainly
should
know all of them.
definitely be more of that name out there. That's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna see
Okay,
how many,
good. If I
how
can
many
help out in
pump
any way,
out.
let me know. I will participate.
But I know certainly all the Reifenbergers in Tennessee and in Georgia. There's some up in
there's like 10 of y'all.
There's some
right?
up in New York and some in Ohio that I don't know.
Jesus, he knows where they're at by state.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a very rare name.
How many Black Millers do you know, guys?
Only one that matters.
That's me, baby. But look, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I feel weird because Luna's like right over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I feel
she come sit over here?
She can. You can sit over there, but you won't be heard, but you will be seen. Okay. You just you step over right here, and then just watch the chords.
All right. She really likes to participate in things like this.
Hell
So
yeah.
she's-
Okay, so just
We're
for
glad to have you here
just
as
for
well.
context purposes, Rob, how old is your little girl?
She will be 13 in just a few days.
All
13.
right.
But to be clear, in our house, is 13 a teenager yet?
No.
No.
13 is not a teenager yet. That's a crazy rule, bro. Why is that a rule in your house?
It is a rule because we have decided, and by we, I do mean me. She likes to make that clear. Have
Yeah.
decided that it is a not old enough age for her to express or display teenager-like behaviors.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Well, my
Does that
wife's
make sense?
32, and she still displays teenager-like behaviors. So what do I do about that?
I'm not the right person to get advice on that. I can guarantee you that. Definitely not the right person.
Yo, so are you the oldest, Luna? She is the youngest. Okay, no one can hear you, so I have to answer the
Right.
question. I'm sorry if I
The
repeat
youngest.
it. Okay, how many you got,
Almost
dude?
13.
Four
Four?
total.
It's a good number.
Four
And
total.
13
That's
is the
what I'm going
youngest?
for.
13 is the youngest.
Rob, how old are you, bro?
I am 40.
You're 40?
I just turned 40 in August.
Did you know he was 40?
No.
Nah, dude.
Going back to behaviors, I don't act 40, you know?
Oh, word.
You still got a lot done.
He's a great representation of what happens when you get your shit together by 40. You got like a nice family.
So you had your fourth at 27. That's pretty good.
Dude, I
you
want
got
The
it in.
oldest is what, 23, you think? Is it 23? Yeah. She lives somewhere up north.
Okay.
And then I have a son who is 16.
And
And
he lives with you.
He's the video gamer.
He's a video gamer.
I mean, I'm talking about avid is an understatement.
Okay.
All he does is play video games.
So 16-year-old son.
I go in there to hang out with him. He's like, "Why are you in my room? You need to leave."
You just gotta walk in.
I'm very
You gotta-
busy.
you
Dad,
gotta-
I can't. I'm trying to focus.
I
here.
don't have time
Hey,
for
look,
bonding.
all
It's not
you gotta
important.
do is that meme. You gotta bust in and be like, "Are you winning, son?"
Okay.
Yeah.
I
and
need
then
to see
just-
this.
Yeah. Are you winning, son? He's gonna be like, "Yeah, Dad," and be like, "Great," and just walk out. You winning?
Oh, good
job.
bonding moment.
Yeah.
It'll
Just-
work in any scenario.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you for this.
Yeah. Are you winning, son? No, Dad. Fuck. You'll get him next time.
Oh, we're gonna do this every single day. It'll be the only conversation we have for the next year.
Well, look, it'll at least have a consistency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is very
Elon
important.
Musk was talking about how he thinks video games make you smarter and how he
Dude, he's speed.
He's gonna
He's the
make it a
num-
criteria for hiring people or
He's
something.
the number one ranked Diablo 4
Or
player.
He's top 20 in the world.
No. He just
Is
became
he
number
number
one.
one?
He just became number one last
That's
week.
Number
wild.
one what?
Diablo player in the world.
Devil player.
I don't even
Yeah.
know what
What
that
is
is. I don't-
Diablo
no, it's a
a game?
game. Yeah, it's a game.
Diablo is like an old PC game.
This
It's
guy's
like,
dead, correct?
no, Elon Musk.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking you said Tesla.
Oh no,
I don't know
No,
where I
no,
got
no.
that
Right.
from.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, Nikolai Tesla's been gone for a little while.
I don't know. I reanimate him. If I could pick a zombie, it'd be
That'd be top of the list.
Because look, he was like the first autistic dude, bro. Think about it. It was-
Well, that's important right
Yeah, I
now.
don't think he was the first.
he was the first good one,
He's the first good one. The
Definitely.
Diablo playing autistic machine.
dude.
Dude, how good would Nikolai Tesla be at Diablo if he could come back?
Probably pretty good. He would beat my ass. I can tell you that. And I don't even play Diablo. But let me see.
So
All right.
everybody remembers Edison. They always remember Tesla. There's a guy who
Graham Bell.
There's a guy. He's an Italian inventor. He came up with radio. So and everything uses radio, like Wi-Fi's radio,
Bluetooth
4G,
is- yeah.
Bluetooth. It's all radio. So the guy who invented all that technology, nobody knows who he is. I think it's because he's got a silly name. His name is Guglielmo Macaroni. He's a.
Can you hear them? Can you hear what they're saying?
You made that up.
That's
no,
that's true.
no,
That's
no,
the
no.
guy's name.
And look, in Golden Nonsense, we're not allowed to look shit up.
You're not. That's one of the only. That's one of the golden rules
on Golden
Is
Nonsense.
you can't look anything
But
up.
Guglielmo,
Guglielmo Macaroni
Macaroni.
is the inventor of
radio.
Wi-Fi technology and all radio-based technology. He's,
And
an,
I would
he's
like
an
to-
Italian
I would like to say this too.
electrical engineer and inventor.
He's one of those special Italians that are like called Black Italians. He's one of those like
Yeah.
Southern Italians.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like this
He's
guy.
a Negro Italian.
I like him.
Yeah.
Guglielmo
Guglielmo Macaroni.
salami macaroni.
Well, he's got my last name beat.
Nah, dude, what's your last name?
Coletta's?
Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Dang.
It's Italian?
What'd you say?
It means
Power?
Power.
My last name means
Hold
power.
on,
Are you
no.
making that up?
Put on the mic real quick. What is it? What does it mean?
Power or confidence, something like that. I searched it up.
Power and
You
confidence.
searched it up. Okay, so your name is Robert Power,
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
That's a good
I am
name.
not gonna let anyone not know that,
dude.
From
all,
now
all
on.
you have to do now on Halloween
Matter
is
of
wear a
fact.
suit and be like, I'm Robert Powers.
Coletta.
Right, like I'm just a whole different same man.
Coletta.
Look, my best friend, his name is Robert Bell, right? I was the best man at his wedding, and but when he's drunk and he becomes a different person, we call him Bobby Chimes.
Oh, that's got a quote unquote
Bobby
ring to
Chimes.
it.
Yeah, he's this different dude. He's super cool, glasses laid back, dreads down, right? Like he's married, but, but girls love him. You know what I'm saying? So
he's an R&B singer.
You're Bobby Powers now, bro.
This message was brought to you by Bobby Chimes.
Hey, look, I
girl.
have a nice clean spot at Madison. What's the address to campus?
1737 Madison.
This part of the podcast is brought to you by 1737 Madison. Canvas is the establishment. Call for Robert Powers.
Robert Powers.
Tell him you know Robbie Chimes or Robbie Powers.
Right. Do you go by any other nickname of Robert derivative? Did anybody call you that?
Rob.
Rob. I have quite a number of nicknames, to be honest with you.
Give me the rundown.
Growing up, it was most commonly White Rob.
White Rob. Okay.
Yep. There was a Black Rob in our network of friends growing up. That was fun.
Was a network of friends mostly black?
At that time, no, I don't think so.
So you were just White Rob by association with Black Rob.
There was also a Black Rob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, White Rob. Yes, I like that.
We have a white Mike who is an associate.
You knew White Rob? Okay. Let's go down to the next one. What
else we got?
Well, currently, and I guess ironically, I never really thought about it like this, but I am sometimes called Black Rob now. I think just for the fun ring of things, I believe.
Oh no, we're talking about Black Rob.
But it's only black folks that call me that.
Folks, that's what we call the symmetry of the universe.
There you go.
Right
yeah. Everything will work out eventually, baby. You know
the yin and the yang.
Hey, look, you know what that is, bro? You know, it's a full circle moment, you know? Because you was always Black Rob.
Right.
You know, they wanted to, single you out. But deep down in your heart, you know what I'm saying?
I do like that. Right. I'll take that.
Black Rob Powers.
What'd you think about that? You like?
We got to call up our friend White Mike.
Oh no, White Mike was supposed to be on the.
White Mike needs to be
White Mike was supposed to be on the
triumphant return to the podcast.
Well, look, if he listens, he listens. You know what I'm saying?
He's a frequent guest.
I called him in. He's like he's down forever, but because he's married now with a baby,
he's going to metamorphose
he's ask the
into
fucking wife. I'm
Black
sorry,
Mike.
I don't mean to curse in front of you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's never heard that before. We need to take it down a notch.
Well, no, I didn't say. I don't know. It's like I'm never censoring myself on the podcast because I don't have a 13-year-old chaperone. This is called Golden Nonsense. We're supposed to be talking about crazy things, but you're here right now, Luna. Don't be sorry.
Luna Powers.
You got a good dad.
That's Luna Powers.
Luna Powers. That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
That's a superhero.
Y'all
for
have
sure.
a whole separate alias now that you can actually go by.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let people know when they call me Coletta from now on. That's not right.
That's officially
changed
your government
that.
name.
Hey, so
you got a new alias.
I need a story on the building, bro. How'd you become a guy? How'd you become a entrepreneur of the Memphis?
I got a fun story.
I want to hear it because I know a couple of y'all business owners here in town, right? Because I do comedy, whatever. But I don't know your story, bro. We just cool beans. That's all.
That's great. All right, I'm glad you asked. So, I used to operate with Mark Shrek, which y'all may know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, Shrek's cool dude over there by the Growlers.
He does a lot of booking for Growlers around town. Well, he used to be the Daisy, right? He used to use the Daisy. Yes, he was doing the Daisy for a while. And around that same time, I was operating an establishment called the Memphis Rehearsal Complex. It was an underground venue where we had a collective of musicians and artists of all sorts.
That's cool.
That participated together, and I would rent out studio space there, and we had a full-size venue in that building. But it was nothing official. It was, like I said, it was underground. It was not legal.
So y'all were squatting. You broke in?
Absolutely. Yes, we did. We broke in. We started stealing the space. We later got in trouble for it, but everything worked out for quite a while.
Okay. How was quite a while? Like a year or two?
For maybe a couple of years, everything was going okay.
Damn,
we worked out something with the guy that owned the building who did eventually find us and did scream at us.
And how old are you at this time?
Sorry?
How old are you at this time, Rob?
I was probably 25-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was downtown by the Redbird Stadium on Monroe.
Wow.
Okay, yeah,
and now it's been around for a very long time. It was just never really utilized the way that we utilized it when we were there.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of booking, and we would just basically have slumber parties with all the artists, and it was a 2-story building with, I think, 32 rooms full of just nothing but musicians and artists. So, long story short, eventually it got too popular, and we kept getting in trouble with the city for doing these illegal underground events that attracted way too much attention eventually, and got in some trouble for selling alcohol illegally, for operating without permits and licensing, things like that. We ended up in court.
And so you're the leadership of this?
Yes.
You and somebody else?
Yes,
or just
Brandon
you?
Knight.
I don't know Brandon Knight.
Brandon Knight, yes.
Is he the tall, tattoo-faced white man?
No, he's not. He's quite the opposite of that, actually, although he is tall. But he was originally the co-owner with me at Canvas for the first couple of years.
Okay.
He and I went to L.A. together to study music business at a college called Musicians Institute. And when we came back, we found this building, which was basically
71
empty.
Madison?
296. No. We're talking about the
collective downtown.
So, I'm sorry. Getting back to the point, eventually we ended up in court, and the judge said, if you guys don't do something legal, you're going to end up in a lot of trouble.
So what kind of music were you doing? Just everything? Was it
a
lot of
where
rock music? Was it a lot of EDM type stuff? What
it was a little bit of everything at this point. So back in the day, I think it was mostly bands. I believe Saliva is a known band. They used to rehearse there, have space there. They're one of the many known ones. 3 6 Mafia used to have space there, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And when I found this place and moved in, I actually found a couple of
Saliva.
old
Saliva rips, dude.
Yeah.
That's that early 2000s kind of metal. Yeah, I like Saliva.
I ain't never heard of him.
So Brandon Knight decided we should get the funds together to open up something legal,
legit, and that's Canvas.
And that's Canvas, yes.
So how'd you scratch up the funds? Is that a story worth telling?
No, nothing interesting.
Okay.
Nothing interesting. I think that he knew some people, and he had his own funds together at the time, and was able to make it work. And then with a little bit of back labor, we eventually got it rolling.
All right.
Yeah, but was it more fun when it was illegal?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you're legit and all the fun stuff.
I hate doing legal shit.
So your success
it's entirely against my nature.
Dude, so your success in the curating talent business took a sharp drop when you became legal?
I think that the professional aspect of it did eventually overshadow the creative aspect of things. Yes.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
To some extent, in some areas.
So is because you have that art space next to Canvas now, right? That's you too, right?
I did. I do not have that anymore.
Oh, damn! What happened, bro?
No, it's just something that just kind of didn't work out. It was just internal differences, and we decided we should just go ahead and let go of that.
Word.
Yeah,
one of the chicks that I saw over there one time. I went to high school with her. Fucking
there was a Nora, and there's
a chick named Haley Hearn. I don't know her.
Haley, she's also highly involved in Canvas. She does painting classes at Canvas once a month.
Oh, word, hell yeah!
We're very good friends.
Hell
I'm gonna have to let her know we're name
I
dropping
should
her
fucking
tonight.
do that. I should take my girl and do a painting class
at Canvas.
I bet my chick would love that.
Yeah, the third Monday of each month we do that.
I mean, look, you can walk in there and Rob will give you a mini Canvas.
That's true too. Yeah,
a mini Canvas.
I'm not gonna tell her we're saying all that, but if you are interested, it is paint classes by Haley Hearn, which is her name.
We're gonna do that.
Hailstorm.
We're gonna do that for sure.
The third Monday of each month at Canvas. Yes.
I don't know if I can. I don't want to bust her out on this podcast now. You say you're gonna tell her because it's like I remember in high school. She's about to
get the golden nonsense bump.
There you go.
It's gonna be aggressive. How many people are gonna be there?
You went to high school with me, bro. You remember? Yeah. Dude. She was like normal, like 9th and 10th grade year, and then like 11th grade, she came with the fucking mask on, right? And I was like, oh, what happened? You got in an accident? And now she got fucking surgery on her nose.
Okay, great.
You know what I'm saying? Like in 11th grade, bro.
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I was so perplexed, right? Because I was like, you looked normal before. Now you just look like a fucking like Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? Like she has like the, you know what I'm saying, like the perfectly like flipped up nose and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if that helped or hurt you, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember?
Yeah, dude, I remember.
Do you remember, bro? He was there, bro.
We're not gonna tell her about this conversation, right?
No, Luna.
Hey,
Luna.
just send her the clip of us being nice about her class.
She's great.
Don't
I
bring
love
that
her
other
as a
part
person.
up.
She's great.
Wonderful.
She came with the mask on. I was like, yo, Haley, what happened? I thought someone punched her in her face, dude. I was so worried about her. She's a nice lady. Her mom was cool too.
It sucks. It sucks when you got to go legit, and it takes all the fun out of it. You know, like I have some buddies in Atlanta
Do underground plastic surgery?
who have an underground plastic surgery practice.
Awesome.
No,
the Asian dude you brought over here. Remember what's his name?
Shinichiro Watanabe.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Watanabe.
That was his name. Shinichiro Watanabe.
Well, his name might be cooler than the macaroni guy.
No, yeah. See, that's why everybody knows that guy.
You said it right though.
I know how to say macaroni. I'm always yelling at her, stop eating macaroni for every meal.
You eat macaroni too much?
It's actually
cheese and mac.
It's actually Marconi. It's Guglielmo Marconi, but it's funnier when you say macaroni.
Of course.
This is America, baby. It's macaroni.
And also, it's Golden Nonsense, so nobody could check me on it.
Yes.
So I figured I could just lie.
This part of the podcast is brought to you by Canvas.com. You have a website?
No, there's no website.
Guys,
this part of the podcast is brought to you by Canvas, the venue.
The Instagram page. Go follow them.
Canvas of
Memphis, post all their
Canvas
shit there.
Canvas of Memphis.
Canvas of Memphis. This is part of the podcast. Look, this is a I'm not gonna, I will never ever say this again. But this is a friendly free promotion on Golden Nonsense. There's no website to get a discount on, but if you go to Canvas of Memphis,
and if you go on the third
Monday
of every month,
you might see John or Charlie there painting.
We'll be there,
right? And
with our girls.
We'll give you, and if you fuck with us, we'll give you 100% off a knuckle sandwich, motherfucker.
That's right.
But we have different events every Monday. Of course, you know that on the first Monday of the month,
yesterday was comedy. I was there last night.
That's right.
Yeah, I tried out some new jokes.
Some new tequilas.
Some tequila, yeah. That was called biatch.
Biatch. Don't be a biatch. Take a shot.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, oh,
that's
why?
so funny.
I don't look because he came up proud, smiling ear to ear. He's like, yo, check this bottle out. I was like, what is this? He's like, what you want? And he
if
poured
you're
it.
not familiar, the bottle is a huge smile.
Yeah,
it's a bright, hot pink, huge
pair of lips.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's kind of sexy.
Like,
that's pretty cool.
You know, like the tattoo people get of just like red lipsticks, like that. Yeah, just like that.
That's pretty cool.
Mwah.
I'm gonna have to get some of that for Claire. I don't drink anymore though. I had to quit.
Had to quit. Well, now it's your time to tell stories.
Go ahead, tell it.
I just couldn't stop blacking out. That's really what it was.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, I was like, if I turn 30 and I'm still blacking out all the time, I just got to quit drinking. And then I was still 29, but I was just like, I just got hammered at my buddy's wedding. Got arrested. Yeah. Got arrested. I was like, yeah, I think it's time we hung it up. I don't think we need to keep this thing going.
Did you got arrested at the wedding?
No, I got arrested driving to Taco Bell from the hotel.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you're not the only person that's ever been arrested driving to Taco Bell.
No, that's probably a high number.
I was in the drive-thru.
I'd like to see
MPD across the street right now.
The Taco Bell was closed, like real closed.
Oh, you made it.
And I was in the drive-thru.
Fuck yeah. Oh, it is a good story. That's great.
I was in the drive-thru. Nobody there. Cops pulled into the drive-thru behind me like, hey, man.
Hey, what are you doing? You're like, I'm waiting for him to open.
Speaking of which, she had her first experience getting pulled over by the cops with me driving just a couple nights ago, right?
Oh, yeah?
And the cop came up to her side, because they don't want to walk up on the driver's side because of traffic. We were on the interstate.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's like, Dad, I've never been through this. What's happening? Why is he over here? And he was yelling at me. He was like, I've been following you for so long.
You were speeding?
And you've been, what do you say? You've been speeding. You've been changing lanes improperly. You've been driving on the yellow line.
You sound like a Memphis driver.
And then he said, and you don't have any tags. When was the last time you got high? Are you drunk? You ain't got no tags either, Rob? I said, no, I didn't have the right tags. I didn't have the right tags. Apparently, I haven't really looked yet. I don't know. But she's looking at me like, Dad, you are fucking up today.
Your dad's riding dirty often.
Like, is my dad a degenerate? No.
A degen.
No, can't be.
Degen.
Can't be.
No, he's all right.
Hey, dude, I'm pretty well behaved.
I drove around for a year with Georgia plates that were expired, and I'm just like, it's Georgia. Like
they're not gonna
care. And eventually, a cop pulled me over. He was like, oh my god, like your tags are like way expired. I was like, oh yeah, I just moved here. He was like, well, were you driving around in Georgia without tags? And I was like, oh, I was driving a different car.
Well, that's funny because I was just telling her the other night, don't lie to the cops.
Yeah.
That's not always accurate.
No, that's not always accurate. Sometimes you have to lie to the police.
Don't lie to the cops if there's any chance that they can prove you wrong in that lie. That's really.
But if you can lie to the cops successfully and you believe so, do it.
Believe your lies. There you go.
Yeah.
Believe your lies.
It's all about plausible deniability. That's what it comes down to with police. Okay.
Hey, look,
you don't want anything that can be proven outright to be false.
You want to hear a crazy? You want to hear a crazy story?
Absolutely.
General.
I'm okay with. I'm pretty neutral to negative with my cop interactions.
Yeah.
But the worst interaction I ever get, not worst. probably top 5 worst interactions I've ever had with the cops. We were smoking weed, right, with the homies in the car. The weed is gone because we smoked it all.
Yeah.
We weren't balling. We weren't selling drugs either, right? We just had a little bit of weed. We wanted to get it together. My friend had the cozy car. That's it. It was a Kia Sentra, I believe.
The cozy Kia.
Right? Anyway, we're riding around. Afterwards, cop pulls us over and
smells weed.
Plausible, whatever. Pulls us all out of the car and
but there is no weed.
There is no weed, and I know this for a fact. So I'm arrogant. I'm like, "What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? We ain't got no weed." And I told him, I was like, "Bro, I'm in college. My good friend is a fucking law student, bro. Like, possession is 9/10 of the law. I have nothing. Smelling like weed ain't illegal, bro." And he looked at me and was like, maybe. You know? And then like my 2 friends were like, "Shut up, bro. Shut up." And then now it's 3 of us, and one of them is my white homie, and they single him out, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Is there anything in the car?" He's like, "No, except for my girls."
They think the white guy's gonna break easier.
Right. He's like, "No, there's nothing in the there's nothing in the car except for my girlfriend's purse that I'm not entirely sure what the contents are." Right? He's like, "I know everything they say is true. There's no weed in the car, but I don't know what's in her purse." Right?
Yeah.
He was honest.
Yeah.
Right? They checked the trunk, found the purse. It was a grinder in the purse, right? Yeah. Now we got possession of paraphernalia.
Oh, wonderful.
Right?
I see.
He told the truth. Now we're fucked up. So we get essentially handcuffed and put in the backseat of the car, right? Those places suck because they're really uncomfortable. One cop was like, "Man,"
went from the cozy Kia to the very, very uncozy.
Yeah, back of the, and so,
hands behind your back in the cop car.
Cop car, right? So it's 3 of the homies and me. Two of the homies and me. And so
3 dudes in the back of the cop car.
Very uncomfortable. And I'm fucking tall and sweaty and high, right?
The only way I've ever known you to be.
There you go. Boom, baby.
Oh.
Hey, so there's a moment where I'm like, "This is fucking bullshit." I'm like talking to my friends, "This is fucking bullshit. These guys got nothing on us, bro. Like, man, this is gay." Blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, "Hey, look, Mr. College Boy," right? Because my 2 friends had dropped out of college, and they said that, like, "We just work in town. My homeboy's here for Christmas. We're just here, right?" And he's like, "All right, college boy, you're so smart. How about if you answer these 10 questions, you can get out of this cop car with your friends." 10 questions.
10.
Yeah, no. He was like, if you answer, and it was, and I call this cop car game show. Right? He was like, "For your freedom."
That should be a real game show.
He's like, "For your freedom."
They should do cash cop.
Dude, I swear.
We're
I
criminals.
swear to God.
They get
these
money if they win.
2 cops were like, "All right, schoolboy, who was the actor in a kickboxer?" I was like, "Jean-Claude Van Damme." He was like, "It was." Okay, 1
I've been
out of
going
10.
to jail. I didn't know that.
1 out of 10. And then they hit a random football question who my homeboy knew because he played football in high school, right? He's like, "Oh wow, you guys are doing pretty good." And then there's a car question, and my homeboy Lil Rob, he's a car nerd, right? So he's like, "Oh, dude,
you got the right crew,
dude, right crew." I'm telling you, we get all the way to 7, right? We get all the way to 7. He goes, "All right, who's the 37th president?" I was like, "Fuck,
yeah, nobody's gonna know that. We're all high. We don't know
I was
that
like,
shit.
"I don't know, bro." I was like, "Clinton, maybe? I don't know, bro. Clinton? I don't know. He was there when I was born." It was like, "Oh, okay."
Hold on, let me think if I can think
37
who it is.
president.
37. Who do you think it is? You got any idea?
I probably could honestly only name like 2 presidents.
Let's see. So we know.
Give me
half of that might be wrong. I really don't know.
44 was Obama, so it's not that far back. So 44 was Obama.
Yes.
The first one I remember was the original
Bush.
Bush, I think. The first one that I can
George
recall
won.
when I was young.
42 would have been Clinton. 41 before Clinton.
George.
George H.W.
Yeah.
So 40 is
Just imagining you doing this all in front of the cops.
Damn, you should have
right.
been in this car.
You should have been arrested with me,
so
bro.
who was before Bush won? Was it Carter?
Yeah.
40? Carter,
and then is it Reagan? And then Nixon?
Reagan, Nixon, Ford, Reagan, Ford, Nixon.
I think it's Ford then. Might be Ford.
Gerald Ford.
Might be Ford.
All right, no, we're not allowed to look stuff up. It was Ford.
It was anyway, we didn't know.
We're not allowed to look stuff up, so we just get to be right about
So
that.
you got number 7 wrong.
We get to go to jail.
Basically, we got all the last 3 questions wrong, right? Because they were like obscure history type questions, right? Trivia
Were they
questions.
just making up these questions?
No, they had them like
they had them like written out.
They had them written out, and
they had it ready.
And so I swear, they had them ready.
They had
bro.
a cheat sheet with the answers.
Look, they've been playing this game. I guess they play trivia in the car all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yo, bro, it's fucking lame. Just let my friends go. Take me because I know I have no record, right? Like, just take me, whatever. And they're like, honorable school boy, right? And then they
should pay attention in history class,
right? They call another cop, right? And they tell him, it's like, yeah, this kid's got most of the questions right, but not all of them. What do you think we should do with him? And this guy's like, where do you go to school? He's like, where'd you go to school? I go to school at UT right now. He's like, oh, he's a volunteer? Let him go. And I was like, praise the Lord. And so I got out of a cop car game show right with that.
But it sounds like towards the end of this story, they're just out fucking with y'all.
They're fucking with it. They're gonna let us go anyway.
Yeah.
But at the time we didn't know what to do. And then my homeboy
Gerald Ford is the 38th president.
Oh, we got a cheater in the house.
Breaking the golden rule.
So it would have been Nixon.
Dang.
Yeah.
So close.
Richard Nixon was the correct answer. Fuck. I'm going to jail, you guys. I'm getting arrested.
I can only remember back as far as I think the first Bush, and to me as an adolescent growing up, they all sounded like comic book characters to me. The way they were talked about and described, you know.
Yeah, you had. I mean, you only know like 3 presidents.
No, dude, like George Bush initiated Desert Storm. Right, and now you have a whole 5 years of people just hearing about Desert Storm. You know.
Well, then, I mean, you know, down the line, there's Clinton, and all I ever heard about was, you know, sexual preferences of that president. Well, you know,
in the Oval Office.
What was it? I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And I'm like, well, that's a boring version of this story. I want to go back to the exciting shit.
Well, the exciting portion of it was Monica Lewinsky was drunk with power, right? She was the aide to the president, and she wanted what all people want is access to power. You know?
I think that's true.
Okay. She did what she to fame.
Yeah, she did what she could do.
How old was she? She was like 20 or something?
Well, I guess he was making the right moves.
I don't know. Look, if I was Bill, I wouldn't do it because I'm married to an evil bitch.
Okay, out of fear.
Out of fear, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm surprised Monica Lewinsky didn't get murdered.
I'm surprised she's alive. Yeah,
I'm surprised Hillary Clinton didn't suicide her, bro.
Well, it is my opinion that it has become more and more popular for there to be stories of this nature of our presidents, simply so they get more and more recognition.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Especially now that the world's gone digital, they want
like a celebrity.
They want everybody to always be talking about them.
What is it called? That's just called a publicity stunt type deal.
Sure. A publicity stunt.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah,
maybe. That's
what you think.
I mean, don't you think Donald Trump is nothing more than a walking publicity stunt?
He is
everyone's always
stunt. That's true.
Talk about every move that he's making.
He's a marketing
and I'm
genius.
certain that's done.
He lied
on purpose
when he had no billions of dollars. He said he was a billionaire just to drum up the attention of the billionaire status.
I imagine the more we talk about them, the more money they continue to make.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean that's attention is currency.
How about you talk about John and Charlie's Golden Nonsense every Tuesday at the High Tone?
Yeah. How do we do a publicity stunt for this show?
Jump out this fucking window right here.
That's why there's bars. That's why there's bars here, bro.
Yeah, young man Charles Reifenberger.
One of us can fit. I know.
Threw himself from the upstairs balcony of the High Tone.
2 young billionaires.
2 young.
Or we just do it. You know what they used to say.
Young heir to the Reifenberger
don't
billions.
Don't do it and say you did.
Charles Reifenberger.
Oh, dude. I say young heir.
Apparently upset with his listenership numbers, flung himself from the roof of the High Tone.
He has suffered minor injuries. Minor injuries.
Oh, man.
I would support this story. 100%.
Well, you guys saw Biden pardoned Hunter. I I think that happened yesterday.
Yeah, I talked about this.
I've heard this for the first time last night. I was interested in this topic.
Come on, like fucking do it.
Well,
I always enjoy listening to you when you get on stage because you always speak passionately about something.
It was, dude. I was out. Look, I'm gonna say it on stage.
You make eye contact with people. You're like, you need to listen to me about this right now.
dude. Hunter Biden is the GOAT crackhead, bro.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about right here. There we go.
He's on crack, and he's had the
You see that change in energy?
He had the most illustrious crack resume.
He's still on the run.
Dude, no. He's not on the run. He beat the charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still at large right now.
Oh my gosh, bro.
You should have had him in your car in the comfortable Kia with a bunch of Caucasians smoking cannabis.
Yeah.
Right, he said, "Oh, the KKK, bunch of Caucasians smoking cannabis in the Kia,
Caucasian smoking cannabis in the Kia." Yeah, dude. I mean, he was doing blow at the White House. I mean, he is the greatest
crackhead of all time.
He's probably the greatest drug user of all time.
He's the most storied crackhead of all time. First of all, he's a super spy to Ukraine, right? He's filtering money back to the United States. We give Ukraine money. Hunter Biden is like, yo, my daddy need half that back, right? And he gets the money.
Yeah.
He gets the money.
He definitely gets a lot.
Okay, and then he's using his portion of the money on guns, hookers, crack, cocaine,
crack cocaine,
crack, cocaine,
laptops, because apparently he just leaves those when he goes places.
He just leaves them everywhere.
He's just like, I need a new laptop,
and so
I need to film myself.
All
smoking
his
crack,
charges.
So I'm gonna need a new laptop,
dude, bro. I was saying he's like the modern James Bond, bro.
Dude, he's killing it.
He's on stimulants. Getting shit done for America.
You know what?
I can't say I wouldn't be his buddy.
You know,
dude, hanging out.
Trump should appoint Hunter to a cabinet position.
Yo, that would be the craziest loopy
loop.
He should
say, Hunter's my ambassador to Ukraine now.
He knows what's going on over there.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He's aware.
He's gonna make some stuff happen. He'll make some stuff happen over there.
What's the most crackhead country you can think of?
America.
I mean,
come on. That makes sense.
Look. What they say?
It's like condoned here, really.
Who said it? It was the CIA created crack to destroy black community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And now they're using it to publicize themselves as politicians.
Dude.
Do you think that was a publicity stunt? Hunter Biden,
his son on crack, and then him also fucking his dead brother's wife.
I don't know.
That's
I'm inclined
crazy.
to believe that they would not allow these stories to leak if they didn't want to some degree.
If they didn't want something,
I
didn't
really
want it to
feel
come
like
out.
they have an agenda behind it. To be honest.
I kind of agree with you.
Opinion.
I kind of agree with you
because nothing
because if they wanted to cover the shit up, I imagine they could.
Actual, in all seriousness, theory on it, like, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Why is he always filming himself while he smokes crack? Like, it just does like
oh, that's something.
Like, it's always. Is that something you do?
That's entirely factual.
Is that something you do though? When you're on crack?
No. I don't imagine.
All right. So my theory is that he was using this for like some kind of like he was selling blackmail basically.
How do you sell blackmail?
Like, you know,
I was like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Here's a video of me like
doing crack.
My dad's gonna do whatever you tell him to do. If but you have to give me $1 million straight up or something like that.
Selling blackmail.
Selling his own blackmail.
That is an interesting business model.
Money.
Like, yeah, here I'm gonna put myself in a compromising position, and then I'm gonna sell the video,
knowing your Teflon,
to somebody who could use it against my father,
knowing your Teflon.
And so that's my theory why it all came out is because like they wanted to wipe the slate clean. So once it's in New York Post, like nobody has it as blackmail any longer. So
I guess so.
So that would be a reason why it would be leaked on purpose is to like basically undo.
Oh, so to take away the Trump card.
Yeah.
That would it be?
Okay.
Which goes to
they did the Eminem thing. They did Rabbit. They said,
of course I live in a
of course I smoke crack. Of course of course I have sex with hookers on camera.
Was I not
for no
supposed
reason
to be doing this?
Right. Of course I blackmail entire countries for the benefit of
I do live in a trailer. I do smoke crack all the time with hookers.
My mom.
That's what my theory is on the topic.
Dude.
But
this is crazy.
Yeah,
would you pardon your son if he was a known international criminal?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Of course you would.
Absolutely.
I would lie all day and say I'm not gonna do it until I had just like Joe Biden. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. No, he needs to own up to his decisions and his responsibilities. Because look, they said the trial for the sentencing was on the December 12th. So he's like, oh, we got 10 days away. Let's go ahead and Go ahead and get young Hunter out of there.
Yeah. I mean, of course you do it. But that is how you make a Hunter Biden is like you just they never have to pay for their
keep on bailing
out. Like there's all these crazy stories about Hunter Biden like he returned a Hertz rental car just completely fucked up and like it had coke all over it and it just went away. It was like a news story but like no repercussions
like
whatsoever.
That story about Barbara Bush killing a guy?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah.
You know that one I'm talking about?
What's that?
Barbara Bush. George Bush's
I don't know the details. I'd heard that.
George H.W. Bush's wife supposedly drunk drove and killed the guy in the 80s.
Okay.
And they covered that up. You know about that? They don't teach you that in school, do they? Barbara Bush killed the guy.
One of the president's wives.
The 41st president of the United States.
No cheating.
His wife
killed the guy. And
apparently killed a guy.
And they hushed it up.
So Hunter enlisted. He was 40 when he enlisted.
To the military?
He was your age. You feel like you could enlist and join the military right now?
Absolutely not. No
you don't think you can handle that?
I don't know if I
well,
can. I mean,
Hunter Biden couldn't do it. Hunter Biden couldn't
do
it because he couldn't not do cocaine for the 3 or 4 days prior to his drug test that he knew he was going to take when he got to the military.
It sounds like a good way to get out of being in the military. It's like, yeah.
My dad sent me to the military. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do cocaine before the drug test.
I'm going to do a little coke before.
Coke gets out of your system in like 3 days, doesn't it?
Just let him get
I don't know.
What's
do
that?
You know?
Let him get hopped up and drop him behind enemy lines.
I mean, dude, that's what we need to be doing.
That's what the Nazis did.
That's what the Nazis did.
Right?
That's
that
right.
Was their method, right?
Methamphetamine. Yeah.
Sounds like a good method, bro.
I think
the meth method.
Sounds like a good system until it's not. Until it's not.
Until it's not. Until you have just a hopped up criminal crime force of army trained Germans on meth. Like, how do you fix this?
Very organized.
If they don't die in battle, how do you fix this?
Yeah, blitzkrieg is the only effective use of a methed out
German
man.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
All right, so Rob, you got anything cool coming up at your venue?
Well, tonight we have bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo. Yeah. Is it like you got theme bingo? Is it old people, young people?
He always comes in with new questions. I'm sorry, that's for that. We also do trivia as well.
Okay.
So, and we switch it up each week. So he always has new, fresh questions for that, and for bingo, which is everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Because whoever wins, which you always get winners, right? With this game of what would you call it, luck?
Yeah.
You get to win free candy because the host, Matt Schaefer, he owns Bluff City Candy Company where he sells freeze-dried candy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cool.
Was that like taffy and stuff?
Oh, everything, every kind of candy. He's always adding to it. And like my favorite is what's the Mexican flavor called?
Chorizo?
Chamoy, that's my favorite. He puts chamoy flavoring on the candies and then freeze dries them. I like all that shit.
Nice.
Is it a viable business? He's living off that?
Yes.
I didn't know you could. So you gotta have a food license, or you just selling just?
Gotta have something.
I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You could buy them in the stores.
They were selling them
Yes,
at.
you can buy them at certain stores around town.
Where was I? I was at Cooper Young Fest. They had a tent out there at Cooper Young Fest.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of a story I wanted to tell earlier. So my friends have this venue in Atlanta. Not plastic. They don't do plastic surgery. They do. They have art and music. It's totally underground. Like
Okay, great.
And
I want to visit.
It's called the Dowdy. It's cool. It's over on West End in like Southwest Atlanta. And it's just a big empty. It used to be a muffler shop. It's like a garage, and they have music there and shit. But one point they were selling. I was getting beers at the bar, right? And I was like, "What is this beer?" And they're like, "Oh, we brew it." And I was just like, "Oh my god,
wow, cool!
You're so not allowed to just do like just brew beer and sell it at a venue."
Yeah,
I'm like, this is so not allowed, but like I love it. Like I think it's so cool. Like just. Whenever
organic.
Whenever you're somewhere and you're like, nobody told them they could do this.
Homegrown, baby.
I like that.
That homegrown always hit.
Get a raw experience.
That's why this part of the podcast is brought to you by John's Homegrown Cocaine. If you want
homegrown and crack.
If you want cocaine here in America, legally sourced, 100% organic, call johnscocainefarm.com.
John's homegrown cocaine.com.
Right. Use promo code GN for 15% off your first order.
Yes.
You should partner up with that Hunter guy.
He's actually the spokesman.
Yeah.
He is.
Cool.
He is their current brand ambassador for John's Homegrown Cocaine.
We use 100% American grown cocoa leaves. Texas, Florida, and Maine.
And it's cooked in the kitchen in Memphis.
We do what we can.
Yes.
We got a lot of chefs whipping it up.
We have very highly trained culinary masters.
You could tell it by
cooking the
you
crack.
could tell it by the ice on their wrist.
That's right.
Who the cooks are.
Uh-huh.
We pay our cooks well.
Of course we do. Of course we do. Okay.
Hey, look, we gotta
Are
go.
we done?
We gotta go through all our episodes and then make shirts of all the businesses that
Of all the businesses that we've come up with.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're done, but we do have trivia tonight, and I do need to get over to work real soon.
Hell
no,
yeah.
we're done. We're done.
Let's rock it,
Okay,
man.
so look, how we end it typically is we say promo your socials if you got one. We already said it. Canvas in Memphis. What's the address?
1737 Madison Avenue.
1737 Madison Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. What's the zip code?
38104.
38104. You know what I'm saying? Go down to Canvas, check us out. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question real quick. You guys got any EDM shows coming up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got some weird DJs, DJ music,
and house. We do DJs all the time.
Yeah, some house, some
you can
dubstep.
catch a DJ show there almost every weekend.
I've been to some dubstep shows. They're fun.
Definitely that.
They're really fun.
That.
I gotta get back over there.
Super fun time at the Canvas. Shout out to Rob Coletta. Shout out to Luna. That's off mic. Hell yeah. Thank you for coming by. And as always, we say, brother, Vaya con Dios, brother.
Thank you so
Dios.
much.
Hell yeah.
We're very excited to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Catch you on the flip side.